The first morning after they finished pouring, the valley didn't sound the same. For 70 years, Cottonwood Creek had sung. You could hear its voice even through the walls. A soft rolling sound that made mornings feel alive. But now when I stepped onto the porch, the silence hit like a punch. The only sound was the echo of trickling water fighting its way through concrete. I walked down to the bank. The smell of crushed limestone and diesel still hung in the air. The wild grasses were gone, ripped out by backhoes. The willow roots my grandfather planted were buried under slabs of grey. The creek looked like a drainage ditch behind a parking lot. Martha came out with 2 cups of coffee. She didn't say anything at first, just stared. Then, in a quiet voice that broke halfway through, she whispered, "They killed it, Dale." She was right, all the fish were gone. The water ran shallow and hot, bouncing off the concrete like sunlight off a mirror. Even the birds had stopped coming. It felt like the valley had lost its heartbeat. That night I couldn't sleep. I sat in my workshop staring at old photos of my grandfather building the bridge. Sleeves rolled up, cigarette in his mouth, sweat dripping onto stone. He'd fought through war to build something lasting, and now a real estate agent with a Tesla had erased it in a weekend. But grief has a funny way of sharpening your focus. Somewhere between midnight and dawn, the sadness started to burn off, replaced by something colder. Rage is useless unless you know how to aim it. I opened my old Army Corps manuals and pulled out my grandfather's survey maps. I started marking notes, tracing water flow paths, soil layers, absorption rates. By sunrise, I had a plan. If Brenda wanted a war, she was going to get one. Just not the kind she expected. I wasn't going to yell at board meetings or throw rocks at cement trucks. I was going to bury her in evidence, regulations, and federal law, the same way she'd buried my creek in concrete. Because here's what Brenda didn't understand. When you destroy something natural, nature always keeps the receipts.